Hi, this is Jeff with the Herald. I'm here today with Jared Brecher with the Pioneers. Hi, Jared. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
So I'm from Los Angeles, California. I go to school at the University of Michigan, though. And yeah, I played a lot of baseball growing up, a lot of baseball in high school. Had to kind of make that decision between trying to go and play at like a D3 or something like that somewhere, or pursuing my ultimate goal, which was to work in baseball. So just decided to start that journey a little earlier.
Yeah. How did you end up finding about the opportunity with the Pioneers?
So part of kind of what we do at Michigan in my sport management major is just kind of learning and getting the resources to finding these jobs. And a lot of them are through either connections or networking. But this one I actually found through a site called Handshake, where a lot of people go to find, listings for jobs. Yeah. And so I originally applied for the job in Casper with the Horseheads, which was Chuck's other team.
Yeah.
And then I got an email from Chuck back, basically just saying, I really liked your resume, but we actually would need you in Nebraska with the Pioneers, and had an interview and ended up working out.
Yeah, and what's your role with the Pioneers?
So I'm a baseball operations intern, which here basically means do whatever needs to be done that day, do whatever Chuck needs. So I kind of have a variety of jobs.
Yeah.
I do the write-ups for our PA guy for pregame and for our sponsor reads during the game. I'm dealing with player food, getting pregame meals, postgame meals, making sure that the itinerary is sent out, that everyone sort of is on the same page. And then I kind of serve as like the liaison between our visiting team and our ownership, just making sure that the hotels are good, that their coaches are taken care of, that their laundry is getting taken care of.
Yeah.
Really just taking care of those little things.
And was this kind of help you get prepared for what you want to do later on?
Yeah, so I eventually want to work in baseball operations for a major league team. That would be the goal. And so I just feel like at my age, I just need to start getting experience.
Yeah.
And I couldn't think of a better way than to work with an actual team. And what's great with the Pioneers is you kind of get experience everywhere.
Yeah.
I've been doing stuff in marketing and sales and social media. Been doing stuff with stat uploading with Trey, which is mainly what he does. So yeah, I've just kind of been enjoying getting that experience in really all realms of baseball.
Yeah, and was this your first internship working in this field, or?
It's my first official internship. A couple summers ago, I shadowed a scout, Kevin Martin, with the Atlanta Braves. And so I went out to some showcases with him and some collegiate leagues, kind of like this, but on the West Coast in California. Kind of got a basic idea of it, but this is my first real internship.
Yeah, and going back to your baseball experience too, what kind of made you decide, instead of going to like a D3 school, going into sports management instead?
Well, I always knew if I wasn't going to play, then I wanted to still be involved in the game and work. And I got to the point in high school where I was, time to be a little bit realistic.
Yeah.
And I certainly could have gone and played with the D3, and I'm sure would have had a great time, good career there. But I knew that college was probably going to be the end of it if I decided to do that.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting into Michigan and getting into their sport management program, and I just decided at the time that, that's going to get me to where I want to be a lot quicker.
And then how did you get from LA to Michigan?
So my sister went to Michigan. She graduated last year. It was her freshman year when I was a sophomore in high school, so I would go out and visit her sometimes.
Yeah.
Really kind of fell in love with the school. And then, I didn't really know what sport management was in high school. I was just thinking I'd do business or entrepreneurship or something like that. And then I found some programs in sport management. I applied to one in University of North Carolina. I applied to Michigan, kind of the best programs I could.
Yeah.
And then as I learned more about it, I really realized this is for me. This is what I want to do.
Yeah. Has it always been your goal to do work for a major league team, or have you kind of looked at other sports as well?
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly interested in other sports, but ever since I was young, I've followed baseball, specifically the Mets, pretty religiously. I know the players, I know the dynamics with the teams. I understand. I'm starting to learn more about the economic models of these teams. But yeah, that's certainly my passion. And as the game kind of goes more towards an analytics heavy sport, I'm starting to get into that a little bit myself with the stats and the coding, and I'm not quite there yet, but that would be the next step for me.
Yeah. So how did you grow up in LA and become a Mets fan?
I was actually born in New York.
Oh, okay.
I lived there for a few years. And then my dad cursed me into being a Mets fan when I was young.
Yeah.
So it's been a pretty miserable life as far as watching baseball games.
Yeah.
But I still don't miss them. I watch just about every game, at least every game that I can.
Yeah, you're probably too young to remember the Mets when they were really good, back when they had Darryl Strawberry. And
Yeah. No, I got the stories from my dad. I've seen the documentaries.
Yeah.
I hear Ron Darling and Keith Hernandez talk about it on the broadcasts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this Mets team right now, hopefully this can be the next, 86
Yeah.
team.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Hi, this is Jeff with the Star Herald. I was here with Jared Brecher of the Pioneers.